Hello, welcome to Avio's Journey. It is great to see everybody today. Happy Monday, the 3rd of February. I wanted to come on and do a video today about three different marketing strategies and how I like to teach them in progression because I really do think that they help voice actors grow in an efficient manner while at the same time maximizing time and money, because you can take any of these strategies and start them at any time, in relation to when you start your voiceover business, right? However, depending on what order you start them will also depend on when you start making actual money. And because of everything that's going on everywhere right now, I think the lines have become very blurred when it comes to where you get your business from, who's paying it, where in the world are you getting your business from, et cetera, et cetera. So I remember years and years and years ago, things were so much more cut and dry in a lot of places, but now you can you're they're you know big, big jobs are going through freelance platforms. And I think a lot of that also has to do with the fact that there are, as time goes on, there are younger people, right, who have grown up doing something different than people who were, from a different generation, and they're used to working online platforms. They're used to working not in person, and that's changing a lot. So we, as online businesses, which is what we are as voice actors, we have to change as well. So what I like to do is teach, at VO Journey Academy, and what we do, but teach a progression. So we like to do first. I always like to, of course, we work on making sure your audio quality, your acting, everything is up to par so that you're ready to produce a professional sounding product, and your acting is good so that you can perform what you are trying to put out. But from a marketing standpoint, the first thing we do is I like to tackle freelance platforms, intermediary platforms, and pay to play platforms. I like these first because these are they're I mean, besides the pay to play platforms, the freelance platforms and the intermediary platforms, these are platforms that are free for you to join, and they're relatively easy for you to get on. I mean, once you have your quality audio and you've gotten your training as a voice actor, they're places that you can get on fairly easy, and easily, and start to get exposure, okay, and get money. You can set your own prices for the majority of them, and you will start to get exposure from people who are actively looking for voiceover work. Because you have to remember, the number one place that's searched in the world on for voiceover work is Google. So these websites are paying millions and millions of dollars, a lot of them a month, to market to those people. So they're going to be getting a lion's share of that traffic. And that's, you want to be there. You want to make sure that you have exposure. um, After that, yes, pay to play sites are good because there are people going there. Typically, the price tag for jobs are a little higher there. And it does cost a little money. But again, the barrier for entry is still rather low when you think about how much you would be paying for marketing in general with any sort of small business. Do you know what I mean? So, that's something to consider. I know that a lot of us, a lot of us start, or a lot of us have started this business on a shoestring budget. I know I did. You guys know my story. I had a $40 microphone and such, and a hobo fort, packing blankets and PVC pipe that I bought from Lowe's with a $200 gift card that my mom had given me for my birthday. That's it. And I bought a $40 microphone from Best Buy. My wife told me I had to take back if I didn't make the money back. But the point is that starting a business does cost money. So marketing is a necessity, right? You have to market yourself, or no one's going to know you exist. I always say you could be the best actor in the world, but if no one knows you exist, it doesn't mean one thing. So marketing is an integral part of that. So these websites allow you to get started, and even the ones that you have to pay for, the cost for a year is not big. It is not big. Now, it might seem big to you at the moment. And that's real. That is very real if it is a large amount to you at the moment, in which case that's okay. Wait until you can afford it. But the point I'm trying to make to you is that it's important to know that there is an investment in all business that we do. Okay, that's not irregular. That's not no one started a business for nothing. Okay, and they didn't get investment from somewhere. We have to. So, anyways, that's not the point of this. The point is we start with those places because they're easy to get into, very low, if non-investment for the freelance is free. Okay, and you get exposure with your work. Now, because it is free, all right, in a lot of these places, some of the costs or what you can charge is not as high as other places where it's not as free, right? Because those places are marketing to higher levels of clients, all right? But that's a give and take. You have to start somewhere. All right. Now, from there, we move on from the platforms. I like to move on to building a website and starting to brand yourself on social media, which starts to drive traffic to your website. The ideal world, I always feel like for me, right, is getting work through my website on a regular basis, right? That people are finding me and messaging me or hiring me through my own website because, I don't have to pay a back end fee, right? Of, 20% or 30% or 50%. Some sites charge a lot. And, that it's the dream. But because of that, though, it takes a lot more effort and time. Right? We have to make sure our SEO is correct. We have to make sure there's a reason for people to even come to our website other than us just saying buy my voiceover. Because no one's gonna keep coming back to your website, you know what I mean, just to look at the same things you have on your website. Think about it, right? I mean, think about any website that you might go to on a regular basis. You go there for new information, for something that is interesting to you. And there might be something that you can get from that website, but you're going there for new products, new information, something. Why would you keep going back there if there wasn't that there? So just think about that. So that's the second phase of that. All right. And, us building that SEO up so that, you can be found on Google. All right. That's a big part of it. Now, how does that all tie together? We move on to the third part, which is your direct marketing. All right. And this is building your email list. I am a big advocate for a robust email list of warm clients that you can, email every couple of weeks, just updating them on your status and, keeping those touch points up with potential clients. This to me is at the heart of our success. And the reason why I don't immediately go to an email list and we go to the progression that I talked about is because it takes time to build that up. And also most people that I work with, they're working a full-time job. They've got family responsibilities. We don't have time just pouring out of cracks. Like we just don't have all this time. So we have to really maximize the time we have. Try to earn some extra money while at the same time building another part of our business that will earn a lot of money on the back end. Okay, but it takes a lot more time of not earning anything. You see what I mean? So so again, what I said in the beginning, just to go full circle, was, I use this marketing strategy in a particular order. And by the way, the email list and working through that direct marketing also moves into us getting agents, right? Because then we can directly market to an agent. But here's the thing: remember, agents want to know you make money. They're not going to just take you. They've got people there's plenty of voice actors, right? So there's not a shortage of voice actors. Although I will admit there's a lot that are leaving the business after COVID. I think it's finally come around, and there are people who, unfortunately, are leaving the industry. But at the same time, that does help as well. When you decrease the supply, right? There's going to be a higher demand. But the point I'm trying to make to you is that, you have those the the agents are going to want to see that you are in demand yourself, is what I guess I'm saying. That so that they can make money off you. Because remember, their business is to make money off of you. And if you don't make any money, they're not, you know what I mean? They're not going to be so inclined to make money off you. But at this point, right, in the process, if you follow the process that we teach, you're going to be making money. So I think that that's something that we go through step by step and really work hard on at VO Journey Academy. And what's really cool is that we have, coaches that teach each of these. So, and are kind of experts at these different places, which I think is really cool. So, that's kind of what we do. And I just wanted to talk to you about it because, again, there are many different ways, and there's coaches out there who teach many different ways, which is wonderful. And then in the end, you have to find what works for you. You know what I mean? And what you like the most, what strategy works best for you. Are you looking to grow, from the ground up? Do you want to, start, your like an email campaign and, really build that up over the next couple of years and then start to see some work. I mean, I'm just a big advocate of being upfront and honest with you. And by the way, on a side note, there's always going to be someone who defies all odds. You might have met this person. No matter what everyone else does, this one person has just it just seems, it's like everything they touch, it just works. It's just amazing. I've had a few of these students over time. It's just like the first month, they're just making money hand over fist. You're like, what the heck? All right. There's always some of these people. Okay. But they really are the exception to the rule. All right. That is, and I found that unfortunately, a lot of those people fizzle out. They have a hard time staying around. You want to build something that lasts too, so nothing, if you want to build something that lasts, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes years. You know what I mean? It takes years. That's okay though. Okay. But it takes time. So don't think that this is something that, is going to happen overnight or in a year or two. Now you're going to grow within that time, of course, and you're going to make money and so forth, but you're not going to magically go from starting to, making $100,000 a year in a couple of months. It just doesn't make that doesn't exist. Okay, it does not exist. You have and also think of it too, the investment that you have up front also determines how fast you can move along as well. Your equipment, your space, all these things are things you have to learn too. So give yourself a break. That'll be my last going away comment. Give yourself a break. I'm sure you're doing a wonderful job. All right. And you're doing everything that you know how to do at this moment. I do think that one of the biggest parts that I always talk about is education. And your education is key. Think about it, there's no job out there. There's no business out there that you don't have to educate yourself. Or does it require ongoing education? Think about it. Think about your job that you work at. Think about any other profession, whether it's a trade, like a craft, or it's a, up to a C-suite job. Everything has training. You have to train. All right. I don't, just think about that. It's important. It's very important. For your future. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button, and go make sure you check out VO Journey Academy. We've got some, as always, amazing things. It's a wonderful time to join. We'd love to have you to help you start and grow your voiceover business. All right, guys, thanks so much. Have a wonderful Monday. Talk to you later. Bye, everybody.